Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. I'm Foster,
I'm Daniel.
and we're back. We were just talking about it. We've been gone for like a little over a month, probably. Yeah, it says a month ago was the last episode, but we were saying it's funny because it's called Nose to the Grindstone, and we sort of like disappeared after that, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, just MIA.
Shout
But
out
I
to
think,
Colin. Shout out to a Colin for wanting this episode's for you.
yeah, dedicated to Colin.
Um, but yeah,
So how's it going?
dude, so much has happened in the past like month. So just to like run it down, I guess. What happened? So I finally got like officially diagnosed. I'm not even sure if I talked to you about this, but
You mentioned like briefly.
I got
I think.
officially diagnosed with bipolar depression.
Oh
So
no, you didn't tell me that
yeah.
specifically. Wow.
So yeah, like first semester was kind of difficult in terms of just like keeping myself like motivated and like mentally there. So I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder what's happening, because my therapist had mentioned it to me before, like last year, and so I got tested over in December, and I finally had like my meeting with the person, and they were like, yeah, like you tested positive for this or whatever.
Wow.
So
I don't. How do you get tested for that? Like, what was the test? Was it
they
like
just have
a
you like
written thing?
answer a bunch of like questions, like multiple choice questions, like, do you feel like this? Do you feel like that? Do you like?
Oh.
It's sort of like an all-encompassing thing. It tests for more than just bipolar. It tests for like
Oh yeah.
it tests for things like schizophrenia and like
Okay, I feel like I learned about that kind of, I don't, maybe not that exact test, but like that. Maybe actually, I think I did learn about that exact test when I took AP psychology.
yeah.
What do you remember? Like what it was called?
No, sorry.
Okay, because I feel like it's a test. If it's the same thing I'm thinking of, it's like a one test for like a bunch of different conditions like that, and they like update it every year or something, and there's like a lot of research goes into it. So
Yeah, it
yeah.
seemed pretty legit when I was taking it. I was like, this is cool. But yeah, tested positive for that. I am not clinically significantly narcissistic, but I did score a 68 on the narcissistic personality disorder. And it takes a 70 to be clinically significant, so that's something, I guess.
That's a little, yeah. Well, what is that then? I'm trying to remember. I've remember learning about like that kind of stuff in
Narcissistic
psychology.
personality disorder?
Yeah.
It's just like very self-obsessed and like not empathetic towards others because you only care about yourself.
Hmm.
So take that as you will. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like, do you think I am not
I,
empathetic?
I would disagree with that completely, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Like,
know.
I feel like you're very empathetic and
I'm
like not
just
self-obsessed, but
I just took the test, man. I don't know. But yeah, so that happened, and
wow.
it kind of like messed me up for like a week. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like bugging, and like
Yeah, that makes sense.
missed a couple like assignments and stuff, but it was good because I just emailed my teachers and they're like explaining the situation. And they're like, yeah, all of them were pretty understanding,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
I got like I'm on top of my stuff now, so that's good. Thankfully, like a big thing that helped me like get back on top of all my like schoolwork and stuff was my fraternity that I'm pledging, actually, because they make us do study hours. They make us
Okay.
do like study hours like twice a week. Like for example, like my study hours are like 5 to 7 Tuesday and Thursday. So
Oh wow,
I
nice.
and like I noticed like when I go there and I just like it's in my head that it's like this is for studying. Like I don't
Yeah, right.
and like 2 hours doesn't really seem that long to me. at this point.
Yeah.
So it's actually very like a productive time, and I can get things done. So I try to do that like every day. I try to like just have that 5 to 7 block be like study, or like this is when I'm gonna get my homework done.
Oh yeah, nice.
Because
You like incorporated that that time block into the rest into like the other days, even when you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
actually going there. That's cool.
like my daily sort of thing. And uh
Nice.
I've noticed a bit difference. Like I get my homework done before like the night starts. So
Nice.
it's nice. Yeah, still pledging the frat. I talked about that a little bit. But it's been crazy. It's been so crazy. Like it has me so busy. Like it's like a job kind of. Like it's like,
What do you have to do? Like,
I mean, I can't tell you what we have to do, but it's
oh,
like
okay.
it's just like it's nothing like bad. It's nothing bad. It's just very busy.
What is it? So it's like you can't tell me because it's secret, or you can't tell me because it's like not air appropriate.
It's because it's secret.
Okay.
Our first,
Like a secret frat, like frat trade
it's like
secret or
frat
something.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first value is silence. So I can't.
Oh
I
wow.
can't, yeah. I can't disclose anything. But I'm
Yeah.
having a good time with it, and it's keeping me busy, which is good, because when I'm not busy, I go a little crazy.
Yeah.
And it's helping me like. One thing about me is that like, I don't know. I felt like in high school, I don't know. I felt like I always sort of lacked when it came to like interacting with like guys, like bros. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Like I don't know. They always sort of just like intimidated me or like weirded me out. The fact that they were just like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
I mean
and
that's hilarious though, because like I'm even like I would say that I would like look at you and be like Foster knows how to interact with like the bros.
I don't know. Like
I'm like even further on the spectrum away from that.
I don't know. Like I always felt like yeah, it was always a little more awkward for me to interact with the bros, other than just like any other person.
Okay, interesting.
But now I definitely feel a lot more comfortable talking to the bros. It's
That's
cool. It's
good.
cool. I
Yeah,
like all the guys I'm pledging with, and all the guys in the frat are super cool, and I'm really enjoying it. So
nice. That's awesome. Well,
But yeah, that's sort of just what I've been doing. I got put on Adderall, so I take Adderall now, because I also have ADHD. So
yeah, right.
what my psychiatrist was thinking is, let's handle your like your academic and like attention problems first, and see if that improves your mood at all.
Yeah, right. And like, I mean, being stuck, or somewhat isolated, and classes online and stuff. That's definitely got to be aggravating to. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
it's aggravating to everyone's mental health. So
yeah,
that's probably a huge like factor in like mood and stuff. So yeah,
yeah. It's funny because uh like looking back, now that like I know for sure that I definitely like have bipolar. Looking back, there were times where I'm like, whoa, like I was definitely like manic, or I was definitely like
oh
depressed.
yeah,
Like fucking yeah, I'm realizing like most of my junior year I was like extremely manic. Like
really.
yes. Like do you remember me talking about how I wanted to like fight God all the time?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, like what was
Okay, yeah.
that? What was that? Like, what was that? Like, I
Well,
don't
that was
know.
like I mean, yeah, I guess I don't really know. But I remember that or like those conversations, and they were more
Yeah,
like,
because that's the thing. Like, I wasn't joking. Like, I was completely in the mindset of like, I'm going to fight God. Like,
yeah, no, I totally got that too. But like, I mean, it wasn't out of place in the context of the conversation, as far as I remember. Like, it was just about like we were talking about like the nature of existence and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, but still, like
I mean, yeah, I see.
fighting God, that's not exactly something that like a person in a regular mind state would be like bringing up on a regular basis, like
Yeah,
like
I
I
guess
did.
considering, yeah, that's fair. But I mean, yeah, like it still like wasn't totally
It wasn't
out of
like
the blue.
weird. I wasn't
Yeah,
being
it
like
wasn't like
weird about it,
yeah,
but
no, it
like
was like totally natural in the conversation.
but yeah, just like that that like that mindset was like I was very manic. Yeah, and just like
I see.
yeah, like I like the way it works is just like you think you can do anything because just for the simple fact that you're you, and like just because you're you, you can do anything in the entire world and no one can stop you.
Yeah,
Nothing,
right.
no one. Like you're an unstoppable force, and it's extremely like intoxicating. Like it's one of the best feelings like I've ever had in my entire life. Like being manic is so amazing, but it's it really is like it's better than like any drug I've had. Like waking up in the morning and like just getting out of bed and just feeling like euphoric because you're you is like
Yeah,
crazy. And but it's not sustainable and it's not like normal.
right, yeah.
So like yeah, it's
And I
not.
imagine it like it could be a problem when you do or you try to do something and or when you fail at anything, and then it
Yeah,
like clashes with that conception.
exactly.
So that I mean, obviously you said that it's not sustainable, so I imagine that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. And then it always precedes a crash, and then the crash is always like terrible.
yeah,
So yeah, it's like it's just not. It's not something that like is very tiring. Like going through those
yeah,
cycles.
yeah, I can imagine. Well, I hope it gets better with like the
Yeah, like
with time and stuff. Yeah,
it'll definitely like take a while for me to like actually get a handle on it. But using like medications and talking with my psychiatrist and sorry, I was talking with my psychiatrist and psychologist.
yeah,
But that's just how it works. You know what I mean? I can't do anything about that.
yeah.
So
Right. It's just like
it's a slog.
yeah, right. Work. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess compared to that, my month hasn't been that eventful. Like the thing that stands out to me is I remember I did really badly on like the first physics exam that I had because I didn't. I mean, like I studied, but I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't study thinking. I got to take this super seriously. So then I didn't do well, and then that was like stressing me out. For we have a month in between exams, so I was stressed out for like a whole month.
Oh yeah.
But then when it came up to the second exam, I like, sat down and wrote out like a study plan, like what days I was going to do what. I went over all of our previous homeworks, all of our previous notes, all of the lecture slides, I did a bunch of, well, not, I got tired at this point, but I did like practice problems from the book every day. So until I knew like all of it. And then on the test, I got a 94. So I
Nice.
think that, so that like relieved my stress and it let me know that I can still come back from that first failure. So that was nice.
That's
Um,
legit.
yeah, it was cool.
I
I was shocked at how well I did. Like I didn't really like I was stressed and I was like working hard at studying, but I was like still like I feel like I could know more. But then I guess I knew enough, so that's kind of cool. It was like a good like I reaffirmed that I can indeed study successfully, like through a
yeah.
system and stuff.
I have a physics test Tuesday, so
Oh, nice.
but yeah, that's legit.
Fun.
That's legit that you like you redeemed yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I was like, yes. Yeah, it
It's
was
a
a
good feeling.
redemption. Yeah.
Nice.
So that was that, and oh yeah, I'm obsessed with buying chess paraphernalia.
Oh yeah.
I have I have my Soviet set, and I got a vintage Soviet clock to go with it, like
Nice.
mechanical clock from the 70s. And
Is it,
then
is it chess or is it just Soviet shit?
oh, it's chess. Yeah, it's specific. I mean, Soviet stuff is cool too, but like it's chess right now. And I'm not the vintage Soviet stuff is quite expensive if you want like the act like good stuff. So that I'm just leaving that alone for now. But I've discovered the imperfect category on the House of Staunton website. I may have mentioned this, but House of Staunton is like the chess
Really?
crafters. Yeah, it's like the epitome of luxury chess stuff.
Luxury
Like they
chess
sell yeah, it's
outlets.
like they have like thousands of dollars, like sets that cost thousands of dollars and stuff. So
That's crazy.
um yeah. So but I discovered that, so obviously I was just looking at those and like, this is so cool. It'd be cool if I had some of these, but obviously they're way too expensive. But I found a category, it's like hidden on their website. Um if you search imperfect, it comes up with this like category where they put stuff that is like not up to their super high quality standards. So you still get these like insanely high quality sets, but they have like a couple pieces have like a little bit of a nick in their base or
Oh my
something, and
god.
they mark off like hundreds of dollars.
That's so
So
cool.
yeah, so I got a $200 burnt Staunton style heavily weighted pieces with billiard cloth pads.
Ooh.
And they're burnt, so they're like carved, they have carved like curvy wavy lines in the bases and the tops, and they're burnt, so like the white pieces are white boxwood with like burnt black engraving on them, and then the black ones are boxwood that has been completely burnt, but they have engravings as well, so they're like, so it's like extremely fancy looking. And I got those for $60 from 200.
Yeah. That's
So I was like,
crazy. Oh, sick. Yeah, that's a fucking deal.
it was like 75% off or something. And I cannot even find the imperfections like that they were talking about. I don't even remember what they were, but like I've looked at the pieces and they're like pretty much flawless. I wonder if they're just made by like interns or like new craftsmen or something, and they're like, just they're practicing making pieces, and then they come out and they're like, their bosses are like, yeah, that's pretty good, but not good enough, and they put it in the imperfect thing, and then people
Yeah.
buy it for like way less.
That's
But I don't
like
like, it's really cool.
yeah, that's super sick. That's like something like like sneakers kind of has like a thing like that too, but
Yeah.
it's not as easy to get those kinds of sneakers. Like they're called like B releases or like B shoes or something like that, and they'll
Oh,
have like a
cool.
small like imperfection on them. So you can, if you find like a B sneaker, you can get it at like a super discounted price.
Yeah. I'm and I bet like lots of clothes do that as well, probably. Like
Yeah,
if you know where to look, I bet there's so much awesome stuff you can get
for
that
like
has,
super good prices.
yeah. And so I got those pieces, and then I also got a little box, a $70 box for $30. Like it's a really nice mahogany slide top box with removable felt pillows on the inside, so the pieces go in there.
Damn.
And so I was like, okay, that's it, I'm done. But then I found, and they update this thing like every day, this category, like there's new stuff in there all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I one day there was this it's called a triois. It's like a French word. It's a chessboard uh with storage drawers in it with fitted compartments for each piece. So, and those are $250 normally, and it was $49. So
Yo.
I now have this like gigantic, like full size 2.5-inch squares, like luxury satin finished Chihuahua chessboard thing with drawers in it, and has like black felt lining, and so each piece gets its own little compartment. And so I put right now I have my luxury pieces in there and the luxury board. So yeah, I'm
That's
kind of
super
obsessed
dope.
with that. Yeah.
That's super dope. You gotta show me that like sometime.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I've played it. I played a actually I haven't played a game on the new thing yet, but I played like with the new pieces. Like with Anna, we played a game. It's extremely fun to move them because they're like, all of my chess stuff
Yeah.
is like super nice.
Like
It's just
the
fun to
weighted
play.
pieces must be like super cool.
Yeah, and I'm pleased with my collection because I have like a great balance of type. I've got like my Soviet set, which is not only my like vintage, like antique, special set, but it's also not weighted and really, really light pieces and in a really small box that is also a board. So it's like my travel set. And then I've got the clock, which is, that's just my clock. And I've got
Yeah.
my small box to carry other pieces in, or maybe even
Nice.
the Soviet pieces if I don't want them to be rattling around, when I'm going somewhere. I have my original like wooden board that I got, like
Uh-huh.
bigger board. So
Yeah.
like that's like my tournament board, and then I've got my fancy pieces. So those are like my display pieces, and then I've got my
Nice.
new luxury board, which is like my display
Ooh.
like board. So I've got like the spectrum of portability and class.
Very fancy. Very
Yes.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fucking, that's cool. That's cool that you're
Yeah.
like getting into chess more.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm still
after
like,
you watch the show, you were like,
yeah.
chess.
Yeah. Honestly, I wonder. I mean, there's like a lot of other people who are like that right now, but I wonder I wonder if I will continue to be interested in it. Like,
Probably. It
or if I
sounds
wonder
like
how
it.
many of them will stick with it, or if it's just like a manic like phase.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, not necessarily manic, I guess, but
yeah.
you know
No,
what I
yeah,
mean.
it is a little bit like
I mean, yeah,
obsession. Yeah.
yeah, like a craze over it. But I'm planning on like I have. It's been a while, and I'm still totally interested in like I'm not as interested in learning all the theory and like honing my
You
skills,
just
but
like the. You
I
like
like
the pieces.
yeah, exactly. I like the
Sorry, another
pieces, and I
yawn.
really like playing. Like anytime anyone would want to play, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
even
legit.
if like I'm not amazing, but I'm decent. So yeah, and I don't mind losing at all either. So it's fun.
There's some guys in the frat that are starting to play chess a lot more
Oh yeah.
too.
Is it
Yeah.
also because of the show?
I don't know if it's because of the show. It's just like all of a sudden everybody was like playing chess all of a sudden.
Yeah. So it's
All
like
of a sudden.
indirectly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Linkages, occurrences within the life.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um. Other than that, I mean, like, yeah, I've just been basically doing the frat and the dealing with the all the other shit.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I quit Taco Bell? Did I say that
No,
last
you
time?
didn't.
Oh
When
my
did that
god.
happen?
Oh, that felt like that feels like so long ago. I quit Taco Bell like I quit there like beginning of February, like literally like
What? Wait, so it was like
yeah,
right after our last
like
episode.
basically, yeah. Like it just was not the move. Like I
Yeah.
my hours were so garbage. I was working like 5 like 10 to 5 a.m. like
Yeah.
10 p.m. to 5 a.m. like 3 days a week, and they're like most of the days were on the weekends. So it was like 10 to 5 Saturday, 10 to
Yeah, we
5
were talking about this. It was yeah,
or no, it was
Saturday.
10 to 5 Friday, and then it was 10 to 5 Sunday, and then I worked like
Yeah.
another day, like 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. somewhere within the week. And you'd
Oh,
think like,
cute.
oh, that's not that bad, but like it like
No, that
if you're like a starving college student, like you
if you're I'm
you're getting
hungry.
the money,
Yeah.
right? It's like no, your sleep schedule gets fucked for the entire rest of the week because your
Yeah.
weekend
Like
is
your weekend's gone,
yeah,
basically.
because
Because
you
like
were
you were talking about it, and it's like you were like, you sleep in Saturday because you were working on Friday, and then a lot of your Saturday is already gone.
yeah,
And then Sunday you have to
do
go
homework
back to
and
work.
get all the shit done, and then you go
Yeah.
back to work, and
And then it's
and then you're
Monday.
super fucking tired for Monday.
Yeah.
It's just not how it works. And then like also like my coworkers, they were great. Like there was most of them were pretty nice, and but there wasn't any people like my age, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
There wasn't like any ASU students there. There was like one other guy that went to
Yeah,
ASU.
it's really bizarre.
Like
Like
they were
you'd
all
expect more student uh employees, right?
yeah, they were like all like people who were just doing Taco Bell as their job. It was like I was like, "Oh,
That's that's just
okay."
strange that it was like because it's
Yeah,
right
like
next to your dorm, right?
yeah, it's like literally I could walk there. It's like it's just like I can't relate to you guys like at all. Like
Yeah.
you're not you're not like my age. You're not dealing with college. Like there's not much I can really talk to you about. Like
Yeah. Right.
you're an adult. Like you got your own shit going on. Like there were people that like were married there, and like they're like, oh, I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend for like a bridesmaid party, and I'm like, oh, neat, I guess. Like an
Cool. Yeah.
18-year-old,
Like you.
fucking 18-year-old guy, like oh, that's cool, nice, yeah. I don't know, like it was just it wasn't. I didn't feel like I felt welcome, but I didn't feel like it was my natural place, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it definitely makes sense.
So yeah, I was just like, I don't want to do this. I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to do this, and she was like, yeah, I was worried about your hours too. That like if it was having a toll on you, and I was like, they kind of are. And she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay if you want to quit. I was like, okay, but so I
So are you
quit.
gonna look for? Are you like looking for another job right now?
Uh,
Or
not right now, cause pledging is so like intense for like
oh yeah.
commitment. That's the other thing too. It's like I would not have been able to work at Taco Bell while pledging this frat.
Yeah.
But definitely over the summer, and once I get back and like I'm like an active, I'll probably get a job. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So wait, is pledging like? Is that something you do the whole time, or is that something you
It's
do like when you just start?
it's just when you start. Like
Oh,
it's
okay. So it's like
yeah, it depends like how
getting.
long it is, but it's usually around like 8 weeks, I think. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like it's around a semester,
All
or
right.
maybe like half a semester, like a quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Cool.
But yeah, you're
Secret.
basically just like
Secret.
you're basically just like the bottom ring, like getting initiated. Like
Peasant.
everybody's like you're learning everybody's names. Like they're just like yeah, like learning the ways of how it goes.
Yeah. A foundling.
Yep. And then what else? It was my birthday on
Oh, nice.
on the 18th of February.
Oh, happy birthday! I didn't know that.
You're good. But yeah, so I'm 19 now.
Congratulations.
I don't feel any different.
Yeah, that's like the first question everyone asks.
You feel any different now that you're
Yeah, how does
19?
it feel
Like
to be 19?
the same.
No.
Fucking.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't really know what else has been going on.
I'm trying to think. I feel like stuff has happened, but I've like forgotten it because it's been so long. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Just
You didn't do
working.
anything for the past like month?
Wait, what?
For the past like month? Anything else besides the chess?
Yeah, I don't. Besides stocking up on chess stuff, I don't know. I'm like just working, I guess, working on homework
Yeah.
or school.
How's Nero?
He's good. I've when I visited home last weekend, uh, he's always seems like he's happy to see me.
That's
Like
cool.
I usually when somebody walks in there, he'll like come up to the front of the tank or he'll just sit there. Sometimes he'll run away, but usually when I walk in there, like the first time after it's been like a couple weeks or whatever, he'll like come up to the front and like walk around, and like put his hands on the glass and stuff, and like
That's funny.
he's not like jumping up like, hey, feed me, feed me. It's like, hey, it's that guy.
Hey,
Like he's
this
like, hey,
guy.
I know you're
I
back.
know
Like I thought you
you.
were gone or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
crazy.
cool.
Like, hey man.
Yeah, it's
That's
like, how's
funny.
it going? How have you been?
How the heck
And he
are
lets
you?
me he lets me like pet him with my finger sometimes now. Not for very
Nice.
long, but he doesn't immediately run away, like because he knows when I'm because I can pet him with the paintbrush and he's fine with that, but he knows if I
Use
like
your finger.
yeah, if I try to put the paint if I try to like put the paintbrush aside and like stick my finger out, he's like, no, and he runs away.
He's like,
But
only
recently,
paintbrush.
like the last weekend, he was like, I tried that and he didn't move, so I just like poked him with my finger and he was fine. So I like just pet him for a while, and he'll like move around a little bit and like readjust. Then eventually he'll be like, okay, I'm done, and he'll run away again. But he's
Nice.
more comfortable with my hand. It's pretty cool.
That's cool. What
Yeah.
about did you ever get that jumping spider?
No, I haven't yet.
Uh
I it yeah, I it I don't know if it's gonna happen because
Yeah.
I'm busy, and also the reason that I wasn't allowed to bring Nero into my dorm was because they didn't they didn't like the fact that his food was crickets.
Oh
So
yeah.
a jumping spider's food would also be crickets or something very similar. So if
Because if like
yeah, it's just
one gets out, then it's just like over.
yeah. I mean, I guess that you could assume that it's just a cricket from outside escaped, but like yeah. Like I already, the fact that I like talked to the building administrator and like asked, and they were like specifically no crickets allowed. I don't know if I can, in good conscience, uh, bring crickets for something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. Just be like, oh, you said no to these crickets, but what about these crickets?
For this other thing that can walk around and escape potentially. Yeah. So, um, but I mean, still have like a nice terrarium for something. So either a jumping spider later, or some other small
Hermit
arthropod or
crabs.
hermit crabs.
Get some hermit
That's
crabs.
Yeah, I don't know if they would like the enclosure so much, but yeah, hermit crabs are pretty cool.
My sister used to have hermit crabs. They were neat. That's
Yeah,
about
they're
it.
sweet. They're neat.
They didn't really do much else.
Yeah,
Sort of just
except be
sat
neat.
there. Yeah. But yeah, COVID is are you guys gonna be in person next semester next year?
Yeah, that's what they just announced. That's the plan. They're still gonna have um, a bunch of classes online for people who want to or need to stay online, but everything will be in person. They'll just be accommodating for people who don't want to be.
Yeah.
Is
Let's
that like about
go.
what?
That's like what we're doing too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Fucking
Yeah. So that'll be
finally.
nice.
I was talking about this with my mom though. Like we're gonna have to learn how to like go to college again.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm like
Cause
not.
like we learned how to go to like online college, but now we need to learn how to go to actual college.
Yeah. Now I need to learn how to like get up early enough to do
Go
all
to
my
get to your
morning
class instead of
and to
just
get to
rolling out of
class.
bed and turning on your laptop.
Yeah. Honestly, I
Like
like wake
setting
up.
my alarm for like 8:50
Yes,
when I have a
exactly.
9 a.m. Like
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And sometimes I'll like get up and I'll be like, I'll look at the clock and it's like 8:52, and I'm like, yeah, I got time to shower, and I'll like go and shower super fast, and I come back at like exactly 9:01, and I log on. But it's like, yeah, can't do that. I had an in-person class like first thing in the morning last semester, and I did manage to like do that. So
yeah,
hopefully I'll be
I
able
had a
to.
lab and I did that
Oh yeah.
easy. That was if anything that was like fun. I enjoyed that, but
Yeah, in person definitely is going to be more fun than online, but it's just
oh,
less
100%.
flexible.
100%. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Uh, what are you still like you're still in the honors college, right?
Yeah,
How's that going in terms of
pretty
like
good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have to do much else except like for right now, except take a certain amount, excuse me, of honors units, like during my time. But at the end of my, at the end of the 4 years, I have to do like a thesis project or whatever. So that's really the biggest
yeah,
difference.
I have to do like the same
Um,
thing.
yeah,
Do you think it's worth it for your major? Do you think you're gonna drop?
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's nice. I mean, I can't imagine not doing it just because like I've only ever done like
Yeah,
honors stuff when I can,
same, same. Yeah,
Yeah, like so it's just like even if it's not worth it, I would like to be, graduate with honors or whatever.
yeah. Just for the
So
clout. Just for the clout.
yeah, exactly. So and plus it sounds fun to do a thesis um in your undergraduate. I guess it's not really a true thesis like if you're doing your master's or doctorate, but it seems fun to like
It's
be
like
able
an
to do
intro to thesis.
yeah, to like to know that you have a mandatory like research experience. It'll like motivate me to actually do it.
Thesis 101. That's what the honors
Yeah,
college is.
yeah, exactly. I'm making my schedule for next year right now, or I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm still planning on doing my biology major, and I think I'm going to be able to take that Arizona mammals course. I think I mentioned it a long time ago, but it's like a summer course, um, and it you get to go like there's 2 field trips where you go from like 2 p.m. to midnight or whatever out in the desert and like trap mammals and like
Dude,
study them and then release them. I
that's
don't know if
dope.
that. Yeah, I know. It sounds. I looked at. I was like, this looks like my kind of. It's all about like Sonoran mammals too. It's not.
Yeah,
It's it's local stuff, which I love. So it looks like the perfect course for me. Right now it's listed as online, so I wouldn't have to be here on campus to take it, which is nice. But that could also mean that we don't get to do the field trips, or I mean, or it might mean that we don't get to do as much in person, like
mammal
labs or
stuff.
whatever. But maybe we still get to do the field trips, and it's like just 2 of them, and come down to campus and camp, and do the thing. I don't know.
That's
I'm still
really
gonna do it
sick.
even if there's no field trips because it just looks like a fun thing,
That's really
and it
sick. Yeah,
satisfies a requirement. Yeah.
that's
So,
cool. I like that.
yeah.
I'm thinking of adding a fashion major to my or a minor to my degree.
Cool. Nice.
I'm taking a fashion marketing class right now, and I'm taking like an intro to construction next semester. So like sewing
Construction.
and
Okay.
like all that shit.
Not like
No,
urban planning and
not like
stuff.
concrete and like
Yeah.
rebar. No, it's like um yeah, it's like sewing and textiles and materials and stuff like that. Which is right up my alley with material science.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good Yeah, that's a good pairing of disciplines,
Yeah, it's an
material science and
interesting, it's a unique, but it works well.
yeah, cool.
And yeah,
Well, that sounds fun.
still enjoying
I
material
am
science as well. I'm
nice,
probably definitely gonna stick with that.
cool. I feel the same way about my chemistry. I mean, I haven't really done any like chemical engineering specific courses yet, but I'm doing like organic chemistry right now, and that's by far my favorite class. Like I go to all Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the good days of my week
Oh
just
yeah,
because of that because it starts out really good because it's like every day we learn something new that I've never heard of before or maybe I have but it builds off of stuff I knew but it like makes it easier to or it I understand it better and it's like a cool application or something so yeah I like that class a lot so I think I'm definitely sticking with chemistry and I mean chemical engineering if it's anything like this plus engineering I feel like that's definitely the thing for me
that's the word.
so
That's cool.
yes
But yeah, look at us enjoying our majors that we chose our first time.
yeah
Damn.
I wonder if that'll stick but I mean that's an accomplishment
Yeah. There's a guy. There's a guy in my fraternity who is also a material science engineering major,
yeah
and he says that he really enjoys it even still. Says that he made a really good decision with that one. So I'm pretty
cool
confident in that, and also I think it's cool that I'll have him as like a sort of mentor that I can go to if I'm having trouble.
yeah yeah that's nice I also it also seems like I really enjoy the chemical engineering program because of the like faculty like my lab
Oh yeah.
director well first both of the chemistry professors I've had so far are really cool and also my lab director who's this lady who like we never meet at all or interact with because we just interact with our TAs but she sent out like a few weeks ago after we had this like we did a unit on or our whole lab is about like the different kinds of spectroscopy and it's like
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
at the end I think we're gonna like be given an unknown compound and like try and determine what it is using all of the different methods that we've got so it's really fun I like the sequencing and she sent out an email after we finished learning about the last one that we have to know and it was like it was like dear spectroscopists then it was like we're like super proud of like the work you're doing and it's like you're learning some really like profound tools and stuff it was just like a just an inspiring email it was just like good job like you guys are doing like important stuff
Yeah, it
and
made you
also and
feel
then it was also
like
like it was like we're planning some sort of thing to help grades because we know some of your grades are not as high as they like or as you'd like. So like they're not only is it just like a nice like you're doing a good job, like we recognize you, you're like you are doing actual science, but it was also like we're also figuring out ways to help you so that you stay motivated or whatever. It's just like it was just a really nice I have not
Yeah.
had any other communications from anyone else that were like that actually that sincere,
Yeah, it made you feel like cared about as a student.
Yeah, it's like I feel like a chemical I or like a fledgling chemical engineer now because
Yeah.
they recognized it. It's
And
not just
that's
like you're taking the class.
yeah, and that's super dope that like that's your major too. Like it's not like a class that you're just taking. Like
Yeah,
that's
right.
like that's the hopefully that's the kind of like environment that you're going to be in for the rest of college, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
it's
how
exciting.
that's how material science is too. I mean like not on that same level. I haven't gotten anything from like that type of deal. That's cool. But like what I understand so far is that like material science faculty is like very cool and like very laid back and like pretty like close with each other because it's kind of a smaller program.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's nice. Yeah, well, hopefully we both continue to enjoy it and respect things.
I don't know what page I was on last time we recorded. I haven't really read much at all of my book the past month.
Oh yeah.
I'm on page 216.
Audience, you can go back and scroll through the videos and see what page Foster is on the last time.
Yeah, but still a very good book. I'm getting there.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I need to find a new book. I haven't really been reading anything in particular.
read Percy
Oh,
Jackson
one thing I
again or
was
something.
it smells like it smells is the best word, I guess. It smells like summer. I don't know if you've gotten that, but this is my favorite time. Well, this is like the beginning of my favorite time of the year. Like summer is
Yeah.
my favorite season, and then spring is like
I
there's
know
like a
it-
moment
yeah.
which is happening right now where it's like there's like a certain a bunch of plants are like blooming or getting ready to bloom or changing somehow, so they release
Yeah.
a bunch of like particular smells, and then like the wind is different, and if air feels
The wind
like
is
cleaner.
definitely different, yeah.
Yeah,
I get
it's just like that.
I don't know if it's like that in Tempe yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just like that really nice feeling. So that's why it's hard to rank spring and summer for me, because it's like spring is like that feeling the whole time, and then summer is like now you get to go outside all the time and play, and it's just like awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm like every time I go outside now I'm like inspired. It'll feel a lot like happier than when it was still. I don't mind the cold, but it's not the cold that bothers me about winter. It's just like there isn't that like bright happy atmosphere for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. I like the winter.
Yeah,
Something
right.
about
I mean,
it.
I'm sure it varies for different people, but for me I get the happiness feeling from
I get what you're
spring and
saying. Yeah,
summer.
that's sick. I know what you're talking about. Like it definitely feels just like lighter, kind of.
Yeah.
Like both in like a physical sense and like I don't know. Yeah, it just seems like breezier, like a little more. You get what you're saying.
Yeah, right. I wonder if anyone could quantify like what combination of things caused that
I have
feeling.
no idea.
It's like probably a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like sight to smell to touch to temperature to
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a crazy combination of, but it's like a pretty
It's
recognizable
a very
feeling, right?
unique feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Cool.
consistent every year, which is interesting.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this time of year is yes. It's
Yeah,
a good vibe.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, do we have anything else?
I don't think
Wanna
I don't
talk
think
about?
I do. Do you got
I think
anything
what-
else?
I don't think so. What's our time?
We're at like 44 right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
What
think I'm
should we
done.
name this? What should we name this one?
I don't know. Should we acknowledge the month and a little bit that went by, or
The February disappearance solved, or I don't know.
like yeah?
The Reemergence.
Sure, that's
the
good.
Reemergence.
The reemergence.
That's funny.
It's such like a, yeah, that works.
Mm. uh, okay. Then yeah, we'll just call it the Reemergence. All right,
Cool.
audience, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends if you want to listen to us talk about our weeks in college.
Let's get to 10 subscribers this
Yeah,
week,
we're at
everybody.
9 subscribers right now. Let's get to 10. Let's get to 10 eventually. No time limit on that. I'm just saying, let's get to it. Fucking put some questions in the comments for us to answer if you want us to answer your questions.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, goodbye.
Bye.